hear me okay? There's a high-pitched noise coming through here. Can you hear me now? Okay, you can hear me. That's great. Wow. That was wonderful listening to Becky, and I picked up on so many things, so I hope I can follow her as well. But I'm Sanetha. Hello again, and it's December 3rd in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I don't know if you can see behind me. It is daytime here. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. It's sunny, it's cold, it's snowy. And everybody, like Becky is saying, is trying to get ready for Christmas. And on top of getting ready for Christmas for myself, I'm getting ready for a big move right at Christmas time. I'll be leaving cold, snowy Calgary, Alberta, heading for the USFA, Connecticut exactly. So if anybody out there is from Connecticut or has been there, say hello in the chat room. So today we're going to be talking about the Promised Land and the Promised Land not being real estate. So I'm really excited to share this information with you. And maybe some of you have read about it in the book already. And but before we get on to things, as tradition is with Doves for Peace, please take this moment to light your candle as I will light mine. I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit. And I've already pre-lit it because I just about burned my fingers off last time I was doing it. But I am going to show the candle. Peace to you and all of mankind and our beautiful Mother Earth. So to start things off, I want to read a blog post from my website, sanetha.com, Sanetha. This was written earlier this year, I think around April, and it's called The Promised Land is Not Real Estate. The Promised Land is the Lost Tribes. And if you read the book or have read the book, you'll learn a little bit more about why I'm calling it the Lost Tribes. The Lost Tribes is our DNA, which belongs to all of us, and Olive spelt Olive, and I play with words throughout the book to help you go deep within to your soul to try to understand more about what is happening to you as you read the book. The DNA which belongs to all of God's children. This land cannot be given to anyone or taken away by anyone. There is no war that can take away this land from any soul. We are all seeds of God. God has promised us that we would someday return to the Promised Land. That day has arrived for anyone who can find it through the Holy Book. See, I have given you this land. Go in and take possession of the land that the Lord swore he would give to our fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to their descendants after them. Taken from Deuteronomy 1:8. Some people have built their entire lives around false beliefs. The ones learned from families they grew up with, or the ones they learned from institutions like our school systems, military, governments, certain spiritual teachings, and religions. We learn to live by certain principles based upon those beliefs, and we often hold on to them long after they are useful. The familiarity, sense of belonging, and illusion of safety that these beliefs offer provide a cherished comfort zone. But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither entered into the heart of man, the things which God hath prepared for them that love him. But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of God. From Corinthians 2:9-10. The Bible, as well as other religious and spiritual texts, have provided insights based on how the information was presented. We know that most of the writings have been altered time and time again, disintegrating the original message, changing the energy, leaving only hints of truth barely recognizable to the human eye. Many people do not like change. Change takes you out of your comfort zone. Truth is not always welcome, and we often meet with great resistance, even hostility and hatred. In particular, beliefs affiliated with major world religions have been the underlying reasons that instigated and continue to instigate brutal wars, horrific genocide, and murderous crusades that sadly even persist to this day in certain areas of the world. Since the days of Adam and Eve, when they ate the fruit from the tree of life, all of us have lived lifetimes hidden behind a veil, not knowing who we are or where we came from. We are with the understanding of our own burdens deep within our consciousness, the identification of heavy baggage that blocks our spiritual identity. Do you have the willingness to hear new things and invite new wisdom to prepare the way to the kingdom of heaven within the holy book of the great invisible Spirit? As long as we fail to acknowledge our vision of reality, our truth will remain incomplete. Spiritual growth is the process of venturing beyond one's boundaries into unfamiliar territory where the truth can only be known out of an encounter with the unknown. We are all individuals coming to the table with various stories, baggage, and different agendas. If we remain open and allow in our minds and hearts for the stranger that would deepen our understanding and broaden our sight, we will celebrate in unity with our Creator God and all that is till all of us find our way home to the promised land. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which, when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth, and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field. From Matthew 13:44. Many blessings on this day forward, where you have an opportunity to reincarnate without leaving your vessel. It is now time for your spiritual being to fully live the human experience that you have been waiting for here on your heaven on earth. This is a human experience that has never been available before now. Since the earth has reincarnated into the fifth dimension, making it possible for you to reclaim the promised land, where all of you have gifts and abilities available for you if you choose, using your own oil. And I talk about oil a lot in my book. And for those who haven't been made familiar with the book, here's the book, The Kingdom of Heaven within the Holy Book of the Great Invisible Spirit. The dove delivering a message to the earth, a message of peace and preparation. And this is such an exciting time right now. I am extremely excited with all the things that are going on around me, with the move and Christmas happening at the same time, and all sorts of different things coming into my life. I get so excited when I can tell people that there is, a light at the end of this tunnel, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger as we all light our candles together. Can you imagine the brightness? And I would like to take some time to help you understand more about the promised land and why I tell you that it is not real estate. As you know, and we all know, we've been living this life of continuous wars in, the Middle East and all over the place, and people are fighting for oil, the oil that makes their economy turn, makes it possible for the corporations to survive, makes it possible for many people to have a job, makes it possible for us to drive vehicles. But I also want to tell you, we have oil, the oil in your land, which is free will and choice, our will, our oil. And we need that oil. And only those with the oil within a human body can access this promised land. And some of us are only accessing parts of it. Let me explain. And please, if you have any questions along the way, please enter the chat room and write a line. And again, I will tell you, if you are shy and don't want to write a line, please send me a note to Sanetha@sanetha.com. I try to reply to all my emails as quickly as possible. So I tell you about the oil that we have, and that inside of us is the promised land. But it's not just inside of us. Let's take a minute and close your eyes and try to follow. And so take some little breaths in and out. And loosen up. Loosen up your body, your shoulders. Loosen up your legs, your fingers, your toes. And just come along with me on a little journey to your promised land. A land that belongs to you, a land that is so amazing, that has so many gifts and abilities. And I'm going to let you just take a sneak peek into this land so that you will have an opportunity to see it, to hear it, to feel it for yourself, to know, oh my God, there is amazing things that I can access. I had no idea. So just close your eyes and relax and use your third eye to follow me along this journey. As you look through your third eye, you see the God, the Creator, in all His glory. And He raises His hand and blows out kisses of God sparks, spreading them all around the galaxy. You are a God spark. You are one of those God sparks. And you are given a choice as a God spark. And after you're nurtured by God, the Creator, to choose for yourself where you would like to go to school, university, to learn, to have life experiences. There are God sparks who have never chosen Earth. There are God sparks who have been here many times on Earth. They call them old souls, like Sanetha, like myself. And all the times that I've been to Earth, I've had many, many life experiences, as many of you have. Some of you are here for the very first time, maybe the second, the third. Maybe you've been here 100, 200, 500 times. But Earth is not the only place you come to learn. So as this God spark evolves, imagine you are coming to the Earth. And you have chosen your parents and your family and all your friends and events. You have a list of possibilities and probabilities to create these life experiences that you so desire to learn, to add to your life experience, to add to your DNA blueprint, to add to your land, the promised land, your land. You are the only one that can create those life experiences. Nobody can do that for you. And you cannot do it for anybody else. It is in this promised land that you reside, whether you're in a physical body or whether you're outside of your body in spirit. And this DNA blueprint comes with you every single time you incarnate into a human body, every single time you leave your human body. So take a little journey and walk down the path with me and take a look around. Take a peek at the people in your life, the people who are really close to you, the people who are just acquaintances. Take a look at the things that happened in your life that you didn't want or expect to happen, whether it's losing loved ones or winning a lottery or meeting the love of your life and having children, whatever those life experiences are. Take a real good look at them and feel them in your heart. And know that no matter what, whether it feels good or bad, whether it was right or wrong, that there is no right, no wrong, no good, no bad. They are your experiences that you need to have. So move along the journey and find the door. Find the door that's marked, I don't want to go there. Fear, hatred, anger, all those things. To remove the fear, hatred, anger, and all the negative emotions, you need to open the door. There is so much more than fear, hatred, and anger. There is joy, there is love, there's happiness, there is abundance. And as we move into this new year, 2015, this is the year of abundance. The infinity sign, the number 8. You can have this too, but there is work to do, dear soul. So look around your path while you're meditating and take a look around. You can change the energy. If you're in a bad energy now and you want to remove it, you have the power within you to do that. But you must go within. You must release. There is so much work to do. Find the promised land and find the coverings. Find that little space where it's clear. It's time to clear the hay. Remove the debris and see for yourself. There is so much more to you. Can you imagine the different lifetimes that you've had? The people that have been in your life, the opportunities that are available to you. And why is it that this is the only time that we could access this promised land? There was a reason for everything. And it happened so many, many, many millions of years ago. And for each of us who have decided to reincarnate onto the earth and get into this cycle to find home again, the promised land. The promised land is not about oil. It does not belong to any one country or any one person. The promised land belongs to all of us, all of God's children. And we are here now to access it through this beautiful light. So as you take another deep breath in and out, take time to ground and feel your legs upon the earth and wiggle your toes and your hands and touch your skin and realize you are a beautiful God spark. You are a soul inside a human body with a promised land, a promise that we made to ourselves, that God made to ourselves. You have so much to live for, and it's going to be amazing in 2015. And I know that many are suffering with illnesses and having financial difficulties and losing loved ones that you just didn't expect to happen. All sorts of things are happening very quickly. This is a very, very fast energy. So be prepared to accept change when change comes your way. And my guides and angels continuously ask me every time I go live to let you know, please ask us for help. We are here for you. Go into meditation. Tell others. Take it to the mountaintop. Spread the messages that they are real. You are real. We are here. We made it. The world didn't end in 2012. We've been on the bridge for the last 2 years. And 2015 is where the magic begins. So if you're in for some magic and you want what you've been living for and find out your life purpose and find out where you're going and who's coming your way, this is a very exciting time. And I do want to reflect back on the word Christmas that Becky was talking about. It's interesting that she spoke before me and talked about Christmas. And I have to admit, Christmas has not been my favorite time of the year. And I think deep inside, because I knew so much, but I never understood what it was that I did understand. Christ Mass, the masses. And Christ is in the masses. We are Christ. Christ died on the cross for us as our loved ones die for us. Because every time there is something that happens tragic like that, it opens hearts. It opens hearts. And as Brother Sean has just said in the chat room, the first Christ Mass Christmas. I love that because this is going to be the very first real Christ Mass. This year, as many of us who have awakened and many who are awakening, some who are choosing to leave, but they will return. They will return and the light will be there and they will know so much more. Christ Mass. The time is going so fast. And please, I know that many of you have questions, and you must also understand that for every question, there is an answer. And if you need a little help along the way, and I can't do it for you, we have to do our own life lessons, but I'm a spirit guide in the physical. And my son Michael, who passed in 2011, is a spirit guide in spirit form. He has all his promised land with him, his DNA blueprint. It goes with you wherever you go. Nobody can take that away from you, no matter what they try. The people, the scientists who think that they can change DNA, they can't change your DNA. They can't take away your DNA. They have tried in times before. And that's when all the angels got together and went to God and said, we need to do something. So this is how the fallen angels, and now we have risen, and we are here. We made it. This is an amazing time. You need to climb the mountain, stand on the mountaintop, and tell everybody about it. Some of them, many of them, are still sleeping. People haven't got the message yet that the war is over. The war is over, just like the war is over in many places. If they don't get the memo, they continue to carry their karma. It's time to dump the karma. Yes, you have somebody who has had somebody who passed away this week. He is right beside you. They never leave. They're always with you. We are multi-dimensional beings, and we have capabilities and abilities so unimaginable, and many of us are coming into those abilities now. I mean, this is a huge thing for all of us. So when you do your meditation, ask for all of this to happen for you with grace and ease. Okay, I'm going to go page 183 of my book. I have a little quote here to read, and it's titled, "The Promised Land is a term used to describe the land promised or given by God to the Israelites, the descendants of Jacob. The promise is firstly made to Abraham and then renewed to his son, Isaac, and to Isaac's son, Jacob," from Genesis 28:13. Jacob was Abraham's grandson. The promised land was described in terms of the territory from the river of Egypt to the Euphrates River and was given to their descendants after the Exodus. And then farther down on the page, the divine promise. The promise that is the basis of the term is contained in several verses of Genesis in the Torah. In Genesis 12:1, it said, "The Lord had said to Abram, leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land, and I will show you." The land he was talking about was the DNA blueprint, the land within you, the promised land. I will show you. And he's not just talking to Abraham or Jacob, he's talking to everybody. We are all descendants. As in Genesis 12:7, the Lord appeared to Abram and said, "To your offspring or seed, I give this land." He also said to him, "I am the Lord who brought you out of the of the cauldrons to give you this land to take possession of it." To take possession of it is your gifts and abilities that you have that have been hidden from you, lost, the lost tribes. Majority of the tribes have been lost, hidden. The promise is fulfilled at the end of Exodus from Egypt, Deuteronomy 1:8. "See, I have given you this land. Go in and take possession of the land that the Lord swore he would give to your fathers, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to their descendants after them." So at this point, is there anybody who has any questions that would like to come into the chat room? Please feel free to do so. So again, I want to stress that in order to find this promised land, we must break away from slavery. And Becky talked about slavery to the Christmas, to thinking that we need to act in a certain way to buy gifts and go to parties and do all the things that maybe you don't feel like. Well, maybe you do feel like it. It's each to his own. But break away from the slavery and make Christmas, your own. This is a time of celebration. And the only way that you can find the Christ inside, the God inside, is to break away those chains that hold you down. Let go. Start with something small. Do baby steps. Find your way home. We're all there. It is not an easy road, okay? It is not an easy road. There is pain. But without pain, there is no gain, and that is very true. You need to do this because you're hanging on to this for so long. It can feel bad. Just get through it. Take time to heal. Meditate. Talk to your guides and your angels. They're always there. Read. Listen to Brother Sean. Listen to this program. There's so many messages from many people. There are messages been given in the movies. And there's always a message for you. And each of us receives that message differently, depending on where we are on our path. So we're getting close to the close. And I think I have another page that I want to go to. Heaven on earth. The time has come for all of God's children to awaken and discover the mysteries of the universe. Who am I? Where did I come from? Why am I here? And how do I get home again? There are many enlightened souls who have come here to plant the seeds of change for the masses of human beings who are and will be awakened by the great invisible spirit. You are the great invisible spirit. The seeds have been carefully selected and nourished to enrich Mother Earth and all of God's children with love, light, and information. So very much needed for growth and expansion at this exact time in history. Each time we incarnate, our light and our energy is brighter and bigger than the time before. This message incarnated with the same soul who brought the message before, and like the messenger, the message is also bigger and brighter. Each time we incarnate, we come back with a new plan to accomplish our purpose, a purpose that all of us have been part of, that when we arrive at this place on our path, we would remember and help others who have awakened to discover their birthrights that have been sealed until the end of times. Each of us has chosen our own time to reconnect within, to live in a paradise or heaven on earth. A knowledge not lost but hidden for a very long time is only available to mankind when all the circumstances are right. When man finds the holy book within, the great invisible spirit, he will finally be home again in his kingdom of heaven on earth. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Isn't that beautiful? I was so excited when I was writing the book and the messages that were being downloaded to me along the way. I had no idea when I started the book how it would all come together and what it was really about. I thought it was all about reincarnation and past lives, which it is, but it's more about reincarnating now and not leaving our body, including our Mother Earth. So I believe my half hour is up, and I want to say thank you to all of you and Merry Christmas to wherever you are on this earth. I will see you again in February, as my timetable is not allowing me to be on air until that time, because I will be moving and in transit between here and Ontario and the United States. So I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Many blessings and good night.